Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to get into some gameplay with the next big thing being the bonking, the agonizing, and the deadly FV215b 183. This is the Tier 10 British Tech Tree Tank Destroyer. And holy cow, does it pack a punch for its playstyle. If some of you are unaware about this tank whatsoever, I don't even need to show you the armor profile. It's got everything that you want for it. However, it does carry a lot of distinct downsides coming towards its playstyle. One of them is you have one of the worst camo factors in the game at tier 10, which means if I'm in something like a Sheridan on the back of the map of some sort, I'll be able to be spotted when I'm trying to camp at my own spawn. Another thing about this tank is the fact that it has the worst aiming time at tier 10, which means when you're using your dispersion combined with your aiming time, your shots are not going to hit to where exactly you're aiming. So, as demonstrated before, I am not going to show you the armor profile of the tank because if some of you have been paying attention or have been doing your research in this game, then you clearly know exactly what I'm talking about. But to any of those new players out there, you're just going to have to watch through the end and see how the gameplay progresses. Alright, so we're just going to make our way over towards the left side over here and see how we can fare well. Let's see. Well, it looks like we have a couple of tanks over towards this side right over here. Oh, and it looks like our 30B is getting bonked for a pretty solid chunk. Ooh, it looks like the majority of their enemies are over here, I see. Okay. Well, what shall we do? Well, just back up for now, hope for the best, and see if anybody decides to poke through this little corridor right here. Alright, so we're just gonna be waiting on through. Looks like that Patton is going to be poking on out. I'm not really concerned about him at the moment. Oh, a 50 TP prototype just aimed on through. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see if I could bonk him. Well, we're just going to hope for the best and see what we can spot. Well, we got the 62A moving on up. Wow, wasn't able to spot him. Well, we got the Patton right there. He gets a shell into us, which is highly unfortunate. So I'm just going to go ahead and back on down just a little bit. See if we can get a bonking shell into the Patton if he decides to poke. Not able to spot him at the moment. We got a couple other enemies over towards that side, and we are spotted again. That sneaky little Patton. Oh, and we're getting flipping hit again. Yikes. Exactly. You guys already know the drill. We are getting absolutely pedonkered by some of the enemies, considering we are on the back at the map at our spawn, and these guys are able to spot us. Yeah. And the armor is absolutely dog turd, as you've just witnessed. So, honestly don't know what to do at this point. We got the Kron and the 57 heavy over here. Let's see. There we go, a nice shot into you for 982, but apparently the tank didn't even do exactly what it was supposed to do at the slightest bit. Okay, but for real this time, I'm actually going to get into the actual intro of the video. That was just a slight little blooper that I had to add in for this tank. But anyways, what's good everybody? It's your boy Tico on Blitz, back at it again with another video. And like we talked about before, this is the FV215b 183, and we're going to be talking about its playstyle, how it perfects on the battlefield, and some of its capabilities. So, to start off with, we can see that the front of its turret armor has upwards of 132 millimeters thick, with this hull upwards of 148. Now, in some terms, that might sound good, but in reality, this is the terrible armor profile of the tank. You can see, this is against a Ho-Reed, not even running calibrated shells, nothing. Look at that. Everything is just going to be an auto pen on this vehicle. It's only 200 to 100 millimeters thick on the turret. Even the full-on roof, you can even overmatch that, having only upwards of 80 millimeters thick. And look at this ginormous upper and lower plate, able to be cut through without a hitch. Especially when you're running enhanced armor on the vehicle, absolutely makes zero difference. Although it's going to thicken it to only a small portion, but against a Hori Type 3, yeah, it's still going to be cut through in the process. And then, of course, you have the full-on side. Of course, it's going to be an auto pen having upwards of 130. Then the full-on side only upwards of 84. When I load the high explosives, with the Hori Type 3, the edge of the rear right here is able to have a 100% chance to do the maximum amount of splash damage to the vehicle. And then you have the full-on rear of the vehicle, back of the turret upwards of 79, and then the full-on rear upwards of 80. And you have some troll spots here and there, like these little cheeks that are barricaded amongst the back of the turret right here. Very troll spots. And then you have the track wheels right here that say they're 13, but upon Wargaming's turns, they are counting them as ricochets. With high explosives, with the Hori Type 3, all of this is going to be 100% penetration, able to do the maximum amount of damage with the high explosives, obviously. Some of the other things about the tank is that it carries a 2,862 damage per minute factor with a 19.92 second reload time. Holy smokes. With the average penetration, you can see that on the standard, it's upwards of 315. With the high explosives, or in this case, premium high explosives, upwards of 242. And the standard high explosive, upwards of 88. Along with the damage factors, 950 on the standard, 1,210 on the premium HEs, and 1,390 on the standard high explosives. And then, like I mentioned before, upon the skit, you have some of the worst aiming time at 4.6 seconds with a .367 dispersion along with that. And then maneuverability-wise, you have a top speed of 38 with a reverse of 12, along with a power to weight of 16.6. And here we are in battle number 1. I am not counting that skit game, by the way. That's just a blooper. This is the actual gameplay that you guys get. So, let's see what they got in terms of TDs. A Hori, they have a 268, and a Yad Tiger. Alright, so what we're going to do, make our way up on this little hill right here, right before the Tortoise does, because this is my favorite camping spot in this tank. Hopefully this guy doesn't end up coming alongside me, which it looks like he is. So we're going to make our way up here and see what we can spot. Now, I do want to be careful. I have the worst camo factor in this game, so let's see what ends up deciding to want to poke in the process. Well, the tortoise is moving on down. That's good. So we're going to stay put right here and see what tanks we can spot that try to cross. Or it looks like in this case, they might be all going to the left side, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's the Hori right over there. We're going to plant ourselves and stay put right here. Hori's getting bonked for a pretty solid chunk. Let's see what else decides to want to come over here. Because if that tortoise gets pummeled, then I'm going to have to get pummeled alongside him. Still unaware of what tanks that they would have over here. Well, there's a Yad Tiger that's spotted off to the side, and we have a 268 over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and move on down over here, as the Hori is the only enemy spotted towards the right at the moment. We got the 268 right there, and we have an E5 spotted in the back. So we're going to aim on you. Unfortunate. Welp, 308 damage. Can't complain. It's better than nothing. So, let's see. Are we going to be able to get another shell into the E5? We're just going to mosey on this way right over here. Looks like they have another one, a WZ-114 alongside. So we're just going to mosey on up just a little bit and see. E5, are you going to poke on out again? I'm hoping you do. Well, here comes the 114. Yeah! 1362 into his tank. Holy cow. What a solid chunk of hit points dealt to him. We're going to reload once again. Hopefully we can get another slap into the E5 right here, if he still happens to see us. So we're going to aim on him once again. Unfortunate. He's probably going to poke once again. I highly guarantee that he is. Come on, bro. Poke it. Poke it. Poke it. Come on. Poke it. Poke it. Poke it, you son of a gun! Well, I don't think he's gonna poke. So, Oh, we got a Yag over to the side. A Yag Tiger, so... let's see how we can fare well against you, Mr. Yag Tiger. You're going to mosey on up so you can showcase your nice, large side. Don't know if that's going to be the case, but we're just going to continue moseying on over here. That WZ-114 is going to get cleared in the process, so we're going to make our way on top of this hill and get a nice bonk into this Yag Tiger over here. See if we can get a clear into him. Come on, let's go, tank. Come on, Mr. Tonk, you can do it! You can do it! Oh my gosh, you are extremely slow! What tanks do they have off to the right? I'm actually kind of curious. Well, there's the Sheridan. Alright, come on, Yag Tiger. Well, we got the E5 right over here. Oop. Yes! We got the clear right into the Yag Tiger. That is perfect, so we're going to make our way towards the E5. Could care less if you hit me, bro. That's really not going to do you any good in the process. So, you're going to hit me once again. Could honestly care less. Come on. Okay, never mind. He gets bonked for a pretty solid chunk of his hit points. We got the Sheridan moseying on over as well. He gets a slap into our VK-72. It looks like he's going to come towards the left side. He's moving on forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back on up right over here and see if I can clear this enemy Sheridan. Oh, the 50B finally decides to come alive. I don't know if he was AFK or not. Come on, where are you at, Mr. Sheridan? Where are you at, Mr. Sheridan? Oh, he gets bonked for a pretty solid chunk of his hit points. Oh, there's the Sheridan. Bonk! See you later, Mr. Sheridan. Long live, good sir. So we're going to reload once again. 11, 10. Let's see if we can get a bonking shell into the 50B right over here. As he's going to continue moseying on through. Come on, bro. Leopard gets a bounce on him, unfortunately enough. I want to get one more solid chunk of hit points dealt into his vehicle before he gets cleared. So we're going to continue going through. Leopard, are you going to get cleared? Or are you going to get a shell into him, bro? Well, we're going to go ahead, continue moseying on forward. Oh, they're waiting for me. They're waiting for me to get a chunk of damage into him. Come on, mister. Ooh, he gets a solid chunk of damage into him. Bonk! See you later, Mr. 50B. That was a very solid game. We were able to do just shy of 4,000 damage. But hey, it was a very solid game. 3982, we killed 3 in the process, pulled out a second class, and did very reasonable overall upon our team. And here we are in battle number 2. Let's see, they have a Badger, they have another 183 and a Yag. We also have another 183 alongside us. So you know what? We're just going to go ahead and follow him. We're just going to go and see what tries to cross over towards this side of the map. And see if we can bonk some enemies trying to push C-base. Alright. So, let's see how we can fare well. Oh, we already got a 215b spotted right to the right side of the map. So, we're going to continue moseying on forward. Are you going to poke beyond that hill, good sir? I don't think you are. So, let's keep on going. See how we fare well. I don't have any mediums at the moment, so I'd be surprised if any of their vehicles, which, upon the looks of it, doesn't really seem like there's anybody that pushed to the left side. So we're going to go ahead, see if we can get a shell into one of these enemies that try to push on forward. Okay, one of our guys gets cleared, so let's see. Oh, there's the enemy 183 right over there, and bonk! 1151 into his vehicle. That is very solid. Badger gets spotted towards the left side as well. I want to try to reload and see if I can get a quick slap into him. But unfortunately, he aims over to the left side of him. We got the Yo spotted over here too, who gets chunked by one of our guys over there. And I don't know what this guy is doing trying to push on up. Okay, 83 damage. I will definitely take that. You're going to hit me once again, aren't you? And you do 466 because of your stupid HEs. I love heat spammers of the FV215b. It's really just so amazing. He tries to get another shell on me, but clearly it missed. So I'm hoping another enemy decides to push up on here, like this 57 heavy over to the side right here. Well, he gets bonked. We got a 60 moving on up too. It just goes to the side of his turret. That is so unfortunate. Well, there's a Yo pushing on up, and then we have the T57 heavy as well. So I want to try to stay put as far away as possible so these enemies will have a hard time trying to hit us. Some of these enemies, I guarantee they're going to poke during the process, so I'm hoping I can get a solid chunk of damage into their vehicles. Alright, who we got that's going to move on up? We got the Badger over towards the left. Some of my guys are going to take care of them. There's the 60 right over there. Let's see, are you going to poke, bro? Highly doubt that, so just going to continue moving on back then. See what we can spot. Or just stay put right here. We got the FV215b spotted. It just goes low. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the aiming time on this thing is terrible. You're not able to hit shots exactly to where you're aiming, which is highly unfortunate upon this vehicle's behalf. So we're just going to stay put right here, see what decides to end up poking. We got the Yo, we got the 60 moving on up. Oh, the Yo is right there. So, again, man, there it is once again. 339. Like, what is this, man? This game is definitely worse than the first one I played. Shots are not flying exactly to where I'm aiming. That Yo should have been dead by now. Like, seriously, man. Wargaming can't bless me with the slightest bit of RNG upon every single game that I play, man, on this account. So, let's see. Are you still spotted right over here, FV215b? Not really sure if you are. Well, I'm just going to stay put right here. Hopefully that 60 is going to push on up. Oh, there's the 215b once again. He gets bonked. Let's see. You know what? They have 4 enemies left, and some of them are low health. Oh, the Yo gets spotted right over there, along with the 57 heavy. That 60 TP, I don't know if he's still over there or not. So, let's see. Are we able to spot the Yo? We are, but barely. So, looks like the 215B's moseying on up. Let's see. Are we able to get a shell into you? Not really. Well, that's highly unfortunate. We got the 215B spotted. Come on. I want to get a chunk of damage into you, bro. Come on. Poke on out. Poke on out. I know you want to do it. I know you want to, bro. Come on. Yeah! There we go. 1266 into his hole. That was a very lucky shot. I was afraid it went high. So, and he called us a garbage noob. Well, I'm not going to complain about that. Oh, let's see. Are you still spotted in the back right over here? Yes, you are. Bye! I got to give him an L for that. There we go. Long live Mr. 215B. So, we're going to reload once again. Hopefully, we can clear these enemies right before they get the bases. So, I'm just going to poke on out right over here. Oh, there's the 57 heavy. Good. We got to clear into him at the moment. We're going to reload once again. Hopefully, we have enough to get this Yo right over here. Ooh, and we got bunked. Ooh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. 5, 4... but they win on base cap. That is highly unfortunate upon our behalf. Well, I can't complain. That was a very solid game. Although I missed the majority of my shots, I should have done a lot more damage than what I originally planned on doing. 41-51, we were able to destroy 2 in the process. Of course, 2 top on the team while at it. And I gotta give this guy a major duck on that one. And he gave me a shit emoji. Welp, sucks to be you, my man. Shit happens, especially when you get bonked for a pretty reasonable chunk of hit points. I would not considerably let this tank be one of the best TDs in the game, although I would have to rank it as one of the worst performing tank destroyers in the game, considering the fact that you have no armor, you have the worst gun in the game on tier 10, you have the highest damage output, but that's not highly beneficial if you want to aim your shots to exactly to where you're aiming at. Along with the camo factors, like, holy cow, I was able to be spotted at the back of the map during the skit scene. But overall, I would have to say, grind the 183 at your own risk if you want to be the first one tunneled and killed upon every battle that you try to play. Hopefully you guys did end up enjoying today's video. On the other hand, if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to turn on those bell notifications so you be notified whenever I upload any new videos. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.